Hi guys, and welcome back to today's video. I hope you guys are all doing great. As you can tell, I am back outside and it is a little bit of a windy day and it's also really hot, so I'm kind of glad it's windy. But yeah, if the camera picks up a lot of wind sound, I apologize in advance and I hope you can hear me okay. As you can tell from the title down below, today I'm going to be sharing with you some of our family's favorite homeschool things that we have used this past summer. And in order for something to go into one of our favorite videos, it is something that we use multiple times per week. And so I thought I would kind of share with you what those items are, whether it be books, activities, games, things like that. And let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing is probably no surprise because I have talked about this multiple times on my channel. It's called Who's Hiding in the Jungle. It is kind of like the spotted game if you're familiar with it. I have, like I said, shared it before, but it seems to be worthy of a favorites video every single time I do one of these type of videos because it is so fun. So what the kiddos do is they get a little card and then a big card, and they have to find the common denominator between the two. So they have to pick an animal from here and then try to find it in a larger card here. So it's a really, really fun game. And like I said, we play this, if not on a nightly basis, definitely 2 or 3 times a week, and we love it. Another thing that we've really been loving are these, I think they're educational insights, these giant flashcards. And I like these because we don't use them just specifically for flashcards. We also use them, since they are so large, we use them, hi honey, we use them for actually drawing with our fingers. So we can go 1, 2, and then we can go here, 1, 2, we can actually trace them with our fingers. We'll roll out Play-Doh and put little Play-Doh pieces on here. So they're really fun and they're big enough to be able to do different things with, but I specifically like that we can actually use our little fingers for actually drawing the items. They're really fun. I like them. And again, these were from Educational Insights. The next one is actually an Usborne activity book. It's 50 science things to make and do. This one right here. We are loving this. These are really simple science experiments. They are all supplies that you would have in your kitchen, in your home. You can make anything from a little simple kaleidoscope. This one was really fun to do. Of course, there's paper planes. And just really simple, fun, just hands-on activities. And I really like it because they are so simple to the fact that there's no prep work involved. And if you're a mama, that's always a win. So yeah, we really have been enjoying this one. The next one is actually a book. It's the Kid's Guide to Keeping Chickens. If you've been following me for a while, you know our family has chickens. We're getting ready to probably buy another couple of dozen as we head into the fall here. And it's actually really, really neat. It's not just about chickens and everything. There's how to make candle eggs. There's all kinds of just hands-on fun experiments, all having to do with like the chicken life, eggs, etc. You go into about feeding your flock and then you learn about the chicken's digestive system. So even if you don't have chickens, this is a great book to learn all about them, especially if you are doing any type of like a farm unit study or anything like that. But it's just been a really fun little book and we have been loving it. And especially since we have chickens, it really does, here's some little herbs and stuff, it really does make the chicken life come to life more than by actually just having the chicken. So yeah, this has been a really fun book and highly recommend if you're doing either a farm unit study or if you have chickens too. Next item is actually another Melissa and Doug item. It is these little letter puzzles. One side is the letter and then the other side is the picture that makes that sound, but they're all really, really fun. And so we'll get these out. I'll get a few letters out that the preschoolers are working on, and then we will put those together. But yeah, they're really fun and it's a great activity for little ones. And I actually keep this in our activity cabinet where our kind of busy bin type stuff is for my preschooler, so it gives her something to do while I'm working with my kindergartner. So yeah, this has been just a lot of fun. The next thing is also an Usborne book. It's the Big Book of Things to Spot. We love doing these. We'll sit down together and try to find all the different fun things. It's getting windy again. But yeah, and this one is just really simple pictures. You go through and try to find different quantities of the different things pictured. And yeah, we really like the Things to Spot books. Another thing that I have mentioned on my channel several times before is the Hello Nature activity cards. These ones right here. These are a ton of fun. Let me see if I can show you a picture here of just what they are. This is the top one. Of course, we have the toads and the frogs on the top, but they go through different categories from water study to forest study, and they're just a really fun thing to have on hand, even if you're doing like a 5-10 minute quick unit nature study in the mornings. It's also a great thing to have in your morning basket or cart if you do that type of thing, because like I said, each card you can go through the information in just 5 minutes. So it's just a really fun way to start out the school day if your kiddos are into like learning about nature, or if you are a Charlotte Mason type homeschool and things like that. You make leaf prints, leaves, and then on one side, and then on the other side you learn what type of leaves that they are and things like that. So they're just really fun to have on hand, like I said, and we put them in our morning basket and normally pick one thing to either do or learn about in the mornings. Another thing, I think all of these things I've mentioned in a previous video before, but that is another Melissa and Doug item, the math gears. This is a newer item, I believe. Not just for me, but I think overall it's a newer item. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing them until like a couple months ago. But yeah, it is what it is. This is the subtraction one. I had the multiplication, division, and addition one. And you just move the little gears here and then the numbers and everything. You can just learn all the different subtraction facts and all the way through multiplication, division, addition, and things like that. But these have been a ton of fun to have on hand. Another book that we've been loving is The Garden, the Curtain, and the Cross. It's the true story of why Jesus died and rose again. This is a great book for introducing kiddos to the gospel. It does a really good job of explaining to kids, even with the illustrations, on why Jesus died, on why he rose again, and everything like that. And yeah, it's just been a really fun book, and it's at a level where the kids can understand the concept, but also actually advanced enough to where it's not like a watered down version of the gospel, if that makes sense. So we really like this series. This one is actually by, let's see here, written by Carl, I think it's Lafferton. Yes, I believe, but yeah, we really like all of his books. He has several in this series. I believe he has like 6 different ones. And they're all about tales that tell the truth and the gospel, and we love this book a lot. A couple little miscellaneous small things that we've really been loving this year so far. The first one is this Northwoods little field guide. It's this little keychain, and what it is an actual little field guide. If you flip it around on one side, you get all kinds of different trees and what their leaves look like, what the bark look like, and things like that, what the seeds look like. And then on the back is you get a whole bunch of like the actual information of each tree. So it's a really great hands-on field guide. And again, it's small enough to literally clip on your key ring. You can take it with you wherever you go. So if you do stop by the park, you can have a little tree guide. Or like I said, they also have like wildflowers and things like that. But it's a great little thing to have in your on your keys or in your purse, and the kids like putting them in your pocket as well. Another thing we've been loving, this is actually a shop on Etsy called Maple Landmark, I believe. And these are the bird dominoes. They are adorable, they're very well made. But if your kiddos like the concept of dominoes but don't like counting out the little dots, like mine don't really enjoy that yet. But having the bird ones is really fun. They can match the different birds and also have the concept of playing dominoes. So these are a lot of fun, and it comes in a little pouch here. And again, I believe the company's Maple Landmark. I will have them linked down below. The last two things I wanted to share, this one I actually did a designated video, but it was a YouTube Shorts video, and that is the game of chips. It's a little math game, and I will have that video linked down below if you want to kind of see how we play it. This is a ton of fun. This is not just fun for a math game, but just a game in general. There is just enough strategy and just enough actual critical thinking skills to where like adults can actually have fun with the kiddos playing it. There's not a lot of games that both adults and little ones can play together and both parties actually enjoy the game, if that makes sense. Like, we can play all the kid games and they are fun, but this is actually really fun too if you're doing critical thinking and if you are into more of a strategy type game, all while learning numbers and your math and different just how math functions actually work, and this is a really fun way to do that. So be sure to go check that video out if you haven't. I will have it linked down below if you are interested in how we actually play this. Ton of fun. Well guys, that is all I have for today's video as far as just a few simple things that we've been loving this summer. If you would like me to share with you kind of like a part 2 of this, only with like household, lifestyle, and things like that, please let me know in the comments down below because I would love to do that. And until our next video, you guys stay safe and God bless. Bye!